How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about Stargirl Season 1, Episodes 12 and 13, collectively titled Stars and Stripe. The countdown is, well, here, actually. Project New America is now operating in full force. It's time for the team to attempt to stop it. Now, in their attempt to stop it before it begins, they find out that the countdown is not actually until it starts, but until it's actually completed. Meaning, once the countdown hits 0, complete and utter mind wipe. Or I guess mind rewrite, as we actually know it's for. Unfortunately, Pat and Barbara get caught in it, even though one's underground. Now the team is, it's up to the team of Courtney, Beth, and the rest. Yolanda and Rick. Sorry, I forgot Yolanda's name. And so I was just like, the rest. Anyway, yeah, it's up to Courtney, Beth, Yolanda, and Rick to save the day. Courtney manages to stall Pat from turning her into, well, a splat on the pavement long enough for Beth and Chuck to not only distract the gambler, but hack into the signal jammer and allow it to, give Pat back so that he can help them fight Solomon Grundy, as well as so then they have an epic showdown. Solomon Grundy, Tigress, Sportsmaster, and Icicle versus Stripe, Wildcat, Our Man, Stargirl, and I believe that's it, actually. I was going to try and name a fifth one, but there isn't a fifth one. Anyway, now throughout this fight, of course, Brainwave decides he's going to come in. But unfortunately, this is after the defeat of Tigress and Sportsmaster. I always forget Sportsmaster's moniker. I always forget his name because it's, I don't know, he was never really a relevant character to me personally. Like, his kids are more have left more of an impression on me than not. Well, than him, and it is what it is. But yeah, after the two of them get beat, Yolanda meets up with what looks to be Henry Jr., but it's actually, in fact, which we find out after she slashes his throat, is Henry King Sr., aka Brainwave. She then tells him that she watched his son die, and now she's gonna watch him die. Obviously, we know she no longer holds hatred for Junior. I guess in his dying moments they reconciled, as it were. Or at least she let that anger go, justifiable or not, in his dying moments, because he proved to have changed. And that he is at least somewhat a decent person. I have no idea why there's a pair of scissors in my hand for this video, but like, let's keep it as a prop, I guess. It's a fidget spinner. A very oversized fidget spinner. But yeah. Courtney finds her. They go to where the machine is. Courtney uses the staff to destroy the machine. And of course, Icicle, in his rage, destroys the Dr. Midnight goggles, aka Chuck. And kidnaps Barbara, as it were, and takes her to the top of the building. There, he threatens to throw her off. Pat distracts him long enough for Courtney to beat his ass, more or less. She kicks him in the back from midair, and yeah. Then it's the final battle, as it were. Icicle versus Stargirl. They both fall off of the building, almost taking Barbara with them. Pat manages to save Barbara. Wildcat saves Stargirl. And Mike runs over Icicle when he tries to get up and shatters Icicle. Like, there are just chunks of ice everywhere. And yeah, so with that, the day is saved. Justin, aka the Shining Knight, goes and decides to leave to go find his steed. His majestic steed. Well, he just claims it's a horse, but like, majestic steed just sounds cooler. Anyway, so with that, it pans to what's her name? Dr. Ito's daughter. I think her name's Chelsea or something like that. Honestly, I don't really care for her name. Like, this is the first time I've come across her character as a whole. Like, Stargirl and S.T.R.I.P.E were in Justice League Unlimited, so I remember them from that, which is why I decided to watch the show in the first place. And she's also like a minor character. Maybe if she becomes a like an antagonist, like a main antagonist next season, I'll remember her name. Unless it actually is Chelsea, in which case I remember it and I just don't care. But yeah, we see her picking up a crystal from some place. It's a storage place of some kind. And she says, I see you in there. Now, obviously, after this, we do a time skip to Christmas. 6 weeks later, it says in the message. Where everything seems to be all right. No problems here. But there is one issue I will bring up. Someone from the image of the Injustice Society is actually in the base. He'd apparently told Jordan that it was a folly. I guess Project New America was not a good idea. No kidding. And as well as, oh yeah, no, the episode just ends with Courtney and Pat hanging out on top of a water tank thing, like from the Animaniacs or Looney Tunes, or really any DC show, I guess. But yeah, they were hanging out on there. Then they fly off, and the episode ends. Roll the credits. Season 1 is now over. Now, what do I think of Season 1 of Stargirl? I didn't like the beginning. I thought the beginning was slow, mainly because I was just like, I'm here for a superhero show, not a high school drama. Right? Like, if I wanted high school drama, I would rewatch The Vampire Diaries, which is a high school drama with vampires and werewolves. And then eventually everything else. Like, oh my god. That entire universe is it's something. Anyway, hopefully Legacy season 3 comes out, you know, so we can continue the story where it left off because of the pandemic. But yeah, what I thought of this one, I thought it started off slow. I didn't like it at first because it started off extremely slow. It just seemed like family high school drama, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a superhero show. But it did quickly pick up. And now it's holding its own. I wouldn't say it's up there with like Supergirl and the Flash, or Legends even. Those three are like the top of current, you know, superhero shows. Obviously I can't rate Green Arrow and the Canaries because it's not out yet. But you know, if it's anything like the rest of the Arrowverse, it's gonna be great. But it is close to it. It is close to at least matching them. Obviously, certain scenes and whatnot aside, or not really scenes. It's more certain tropes within thing, like, oh, we can't find a villain, let's bring in the Reverse Flash. The whole Evil Lena saga, that was completely unnecessary. Like, even from a character development standpoint, it was completely unnecessary. And they proved as much when they're like, when they had it all in one episode. Kara telling Lena that she's Supergirl at multiple different points within the story, and nothing. The relationship didn't shatter like it did in the actual canon of the show. But anyway, obviously, we're here to talk about Stargirl. Stargirl, it picked up. It picked up pretty well. It now holds its own, and I cannot wait for season 2, whenever that may be. Obviously, we got to be patient with it because of current climate issues, human malware. I actually think I said it earlier in the video, so fuck visibility on this video. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought of it in the comment section down below, both these 2 episodes and the season as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.